Somebody is from 40 to 50 years old. This could be you or one of these karmics. And Ohio, Oklahoma, and Oregon is significant. Tell me more. Somebody's first name, middle name, last name has a W in it. Spiritual court is now in session. A motorcycle just rode by. That could be significant. A motorcycle club could be significant. All right, let's see. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Do this again. Somebody was planning an overdose. They wanted you to overdose. Look at that. Because they didn't want you to show up to court. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, you're not going to overdose, all right? So if anybody is asking you, to hang out or anything like that, you're not going to go. You're not going to hang out with these people. You already know what type of time they're on, okay? Because there's something here about them wanting to make sure that you do not go, show up to court, all right? We have here a lawsuit. You could be suing these people. They don't want you to sue them. They don't want you to press charges. They don't want you to testify. They don't want you to talk. So they're trying to get rid of you is what I'm getting here. All right. One of these people is about to get deported, or they know that they're going to get deported after this comes to light. After they get locked up, they're going to get shipped out to wherever they're from. We have here karmic Aquarius, a karmic Aquarius. So one of these people is Aquarius. Somebody has a Chevrolet pickup truck. This could be you, or this could be one of these people that's involved. And we have a karmic Aries. Okay, so karmic Aries, karmic Aquarius. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, tell me more, Holy Spirit. Okay, so this good gentleman card, someone could have a cane. Somebody could walk with a cane. The lion could be significant. So a Leo could be significant. The number 5 could be significant, which is a Taurus. That's May. A Taurus or a Gemini could be significant. Somebody that works at a funeral home is significant as well. All right, let's pull from here. Perjury. So they lied. Somebody lied under oath. So they lied about you and whatever's going on here. That's why they know that they're going to get locked up. And for some, they are going to be getting deported. Tell me more. Okay, so they're giving up. Again, they know they're going to get locked up and deported, or just locked up because they know that they lied on their oath. And this is somebody that was building a house. Okay, this could be with the money that they stole from you, the money that was left to you. Okay, the money that was left to you on the will. Okay, or for some of y'all, they could have left the home and they sold that home and they started building a new one. All right, take it how it resonates. But these people, they're giving up. Okay, they know that they cannot get away with this. Tell me more. Okay, Marines, Navy, Army. Somebody is in one of those. This could be you or one of these people that's involved. Okay, cover up. Look, something that they did about, they're trying to cover this up. Okay, so like I said, they could have left you a property. They could have left some type of money or a home. Okay. And they got caught on security cameras, something that they were trying to cover up. Yeah, they're shook. They're scared because they got caught. There's video footage of these people doing something. Tell me more. A notary is involved in this. We got the letter W again, so we got it twice. And it says the whole group. All right, there's notary. We have this karmic Aries, karmic Aquarius. All these people, you know, there's a lot of people that's coming out here. So the whole group is under judgment, okay? Because they got caught. They got caught on camera doing something. And they're scared now. So let's keep going and see what else. Let me pull from... What can we get with cover up? Cover up. Ace of Pentacles reverse. So they lost some type of money. And there's something here about maybe they did something for money when they was going broke. Was at the bottom. Spreading truth. So cover up. They're trying to cover up what you're saying about what they did for money. Give me something with this Ace of Pentacles reverse. They want to shut you up. They want to, yeah, look, they're trying to shut you up. They keep, look, repetitive. Okay, they keep trying to do something over and over. They could be trying to do spell work on you and that shit ain't working. What's this? Moving forward, moving on. Yeah, look, it's not working. They're trying to do something to you and it's not working. They're trying to cover up what you're saying. Oh my God, look, because it's top secret. Yo, you cannot make this up. Wow, internal breach, top secret. Okay, so that's what's going on here. Yo, they're trying to cover up what you're saying because they don't want you to expose them. Okay, so you could be talking. Again, they don't want you to show up to court. So you could be ready to press charges. You're doing all of this, but there's something where you are spreading the truth and they don't want you to talk. All right, so you could be online and they could be, you know, watching you and reading your posts and seeing what you're saying, and they don't want you to talk about it no more. Or this is something that keeps coming out. I'm noticing because I keep repeating this, that maybe you're reposting my content. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love and support. And if you wanted them to get scared, you wanted them to know that you know, you're doing a great job because they know. Okay, they're seeing what you're posting, the readings that I'm doing. If you're posting other readings that is talking about this as well, they want you to be quiet. They want to cover up. They could be even trying to attack your social media platforms because they don't want you to repeat, you know, what's coming out in these readings, reposting it, you know, whatever it is. There's something here about them wanting you to be quiet because it's top secret. Yeah, look, burial. Okay, exactly. They want to bury what you're saying. They're trying to bury, you know, the truth, basically. All right. So it was about something that they did with the Ace of Pentacles reverse when they was broke, when they lost some type of money. So this is right here. This is them stealing, you know. Let me pull the tarot and clarify that. Let's see. Clarify, Holy Spirit, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Because the Ace of Pentacles reverse is like losing some type of money. Okay, lost opportunities. They was going through it and they did something. Wow, you cannot make this up. And look how it's falling right there on cover up. This 9 of coins, let me show you. In the upright, you see how it says here? Abundance. Abundance, rewards of your labor. You know, being self-sufficient. Fulfillment. It came out in the reverse. All right, this bird could be significant. I think that's a hawk. All right, so it came out in the reverse. This is them not having enough money. All right, they're not self-sufficient. It's the opposite of this in the reverse. It's not abundance. It's not, you know, being self-sufficient. All right, so this is, again, the Ace of Pentacles reverse. They lost money. They was broke. There was no opportunities. Okay. So this is what they did. They did this. We have here with the Death card in the reverse. You see how it says here, transform, metamorphosis, rebirth, regenerate. All right. So they was going through an ending. They could have lost their job. They could have gone through that. Like maybe lost their job. If they was doing multiple things to get money, they lost opportunities. You know, so they was just taking a lot of financial losses. With this Death card is more confirmation. But in the reverse, they tried to steal, not tried, they did. They stole this money from you to have a rebirth. Okay, to get them out of this death energy where something, you know, wasn't going the way that they planned it to go. financially. Okay, so that's what's going on with cover up. Okay, let's see now what else we could get. What can we get with caught on security cameras? This could be them at the bank, doing all these transactions, all this scheming and scamming in your name, using your information to steal whatever was left to you. We're going to see what comes out. An emperor was caught on security camera. So this is a father or a father figure. Okay, we got father figure. This could be, like it says here, a leader, someone who has some type of, leadership when it comes to this group. Okay, because we got a group here. The Three of Wands. This, you see how it says here, enterprise, expansion, overseas opportunities, preparation, progress, activity. That's what it's given. Like they was doing something, like at the bank. Okay, maybe opening up with this overseas opportunities, opening up a bank account. Like I said before, there was something about overseas bank accounts being flagged. They're being flagged and under investigation. All right, because that's where they had a lot of the money that they stole from you. They was trying to move that money around. Okay, so look, with a King of Swords, this is like an investigator. This is someone that's looking for the truth. Someone who, look, leadership, like it's like you're the leader of these demons and I'm the leader of justice. All right, somebody who is gonna find out the truth here. This could be like what is that, a detective, okay, a lawyer, somebody who who's looking for the truth here, someone who's in authority. See how it says authority here? Okay, they want clarity, and that's what's going on with this caught on security cameras. They caught them on camera doing things, like I said, with this money that they took from you. All right, so now they're gonna look into those accounts, and that's gonna come out. We're gonna see if it comes out, because it came out before. Bottom of the deck, look how we have this person here looking, reading something. This is what it's giving, studying. They're studying something. They're looking into, with great prospects. That's what it's giving. Like they found information here, and they're looking into this information. They found them on camera, and they're like, okay, this is good. This is a good lead. We could keep going with this. Let's see what else we could find. So that's what I'm getting with caught on security camera. All right, let's see what else. Okay, tell me more, Holy Spirit. Bad investment. Okay, so these people made a bad investment. Absolutely. All right, trying to steal this from you was a bad investment, because they're going to have to pay you back and then some. They're going to pay you back. You're going to sue these people. Oh, they're trying to go on the run. They realized that it was a bad investment, pretending like they don't know, but they know. They know that they fucked up, and now they're trying to go on the run. Yeah. That's not going to work. This keeps coming out. Yeah, look. Legal troubles. I'm telling you. They know that they're going to have to pay you back. Yep, because of what they did for a payout. Yep, confirmation. Right here, what they did for a payout. They was broke. They needed money. They stole this money from you. What they did for this payout that you are exposing, that they want you to be quiet about. Now, they're going to try to go on the run, because they know that they're going to have to pay you. And they know that they're going to go to prison for what they did. Let me put that back. I want to shuffle it better. All right, tell me more. There we go. You are a targeted individual. You are a chosen one. And they was making false accusations about you. All right, they was lying. They was saying, this could be trying to ruin your reputation. This could be slandering your name, defamation of character. This is a campaign that they had against you. A lot of people, this is also with this false accusation. They could have said that you're mentally unstable. They could have gotten a POA, a power of attorney. They could have, stolen the inheritance that way. All right. It's a lot of scheming that these people be doing. All right. So that's what I'm getting with these false accusations that they was making about you. Let's see what else. Tell me more. Wire fraud. Okay, so this could be this money, like I said, with the money that they was moving overseas. A male police officer is involved. This could be you or one of these people. A vacation rental property. Okay, so this is, again, this could be this house that they was building. This could also be the money, you know, the money that was left to you. Like I said, it could have been a property. It could have been a home. It could have been a vacation rental property. Okay, take it how it resonates. And a male tenant is significant. Okay, let's keep going. Tell us more. A divine law official is involved. Okay, so just like how they have these crooked officials, they have divine ones as well. So this is a divine official. Okay, they're gonna make sure that that they give you your justice. Okay, this is how you're gonna get your justice, because there's gonna be a divine judge. Okay, a divine lawyer. There's gonna be somebody here who's divine. Okay, tell me more. Maybe they're changing the lawyer. They're changing, you know, not the lawyer, the judge. If there was like a crooked judge. All right, you could be seeing drones. That's very specific. All right, you could be seeing drones. You know, if it's not in person, maybe it's confirmation. Maybe you saw it on TV, videos, something about drones. An older woman is involved. This person could be older than you. Or they're just, you know, an older woman. Or you could be the older woman. Take it how it resonates. Whatever you consider older. Community. Okay, so this could be a woman that was in the community that's involved in this. It says here your neighborhood friends or people you grew up with. Okay, these people are involved. Tell me more. You're exposing corruption. Yeah, that's why, again, they don't want you to talk. They want you to be quiet. Look, this I don't know if it's supposed to come out. I'm gonna put it back. It says birds. And then a female leasing agent. But I'm going to put it back and see if it comes out, because it was kind of sticking with that. So we have here. You have the evidence to destroy their reputation, to destroy their life. That's why they're scared. Again, you're exposing corruption. They don't want you to talk. They're trying to make you be quiet. There was money laundering. So again, they was moving this money around that they stole from you. Laundering the money. Moving it to overseas accounts. It says they wanted you to be an energetic or physical hostage to siphon your energy. So these people, some of them was doing spell work as well. All right. We saw that they kept doing spell work. It wasn't working. They wanted you to be a hostage. Okay. They wanted, you know, to basically get everything that they can from you. And then somehow, you know, you just get unalived or something like that. All right. They wanted to get everything that was left for you. All right. And then spiritually, they was definitely also trying to like do domination spells on you. That's for some of y'all. All right. They wanted to dominate your energy. They wanted to siphon from your energy. All right. These are witches and warlocks that we are dealing with. Okay. So that's what they do. So they wanted to have you like that. They wanted to have you like a hostage, trapped. A bank employee is involved in this. A karmic Cancer is involved. The number 8, somebody's birthday is in August. We are right now in August. A Leo could be significant, or a Virgo. And yeah, they stole this money. Yep, that's what they did. That's what they did for a payout. They stole this money that was left to you on the will. And Spirit is saying that it's too late now. Okay, they're in too deep to get out of this. All right, there's already a paper trail. They're already on the investigation. Yeah, look, they cannot get out of this. Like I just said right now, they're doing voodoo. Look at this shit. They're trying to do animal sacrifices to beat the case. So they're sacrificing animals at this time. And again, they're in too deep to get out. Okay, there's no way out of this. All right, leave these damn poor animals alone. They're over here sacrificing animals, trying to sacrifice us. Like, bro, it's not gonna happen. Trying to overdose somebody, like doing a lot of weird shit just to get you out of the way, when they the ones that put you in this. You don't have nothing to do with this. Somebody passed away and left you something. You're innocent to all of this. So it's like now they're trying to do all this other shit to get you out of the way. Like, it's really selfish. Like, eat up your karma. Eat this shit up. You do the crime, do the motherfucking time now, bitch. Now you scared. Now you want to be making it bigger than it was, because now they got more charges racked up. All right, somebody is ex-military. Okay, let's see, what's this? Someone that you dated is involved in this. And good over evil. Somebody told me to write that. So confirmation. All right, whoever it was that commented, to write good over evil. This is your confirmation that there's a message here for you. I was thinking, I was like, I don't remember writing that. But yeah, now I remember somebody told me to write that. So pay attention. Okay, there's a message here for you. All right, let's see. What else? Yeah, I just said right now they try to sacrifice you, right? They accepted an offer to take you out to save their own ass, okay? They try to sacrifice you, and it's not working, okay? These people, this could be Masons. We always pick up on Masons, Eastern Stars, someone who's in some type of secret society, organization, sorority, fraternity, a brotherhood. Like I said also earlier, a motorcycle club or something like that. Some type of, again, we got community that came out. So some type of community of people here, and they do these type of things, all right? Allegedly. All right, so we have here a great car. Somebody has a great car. This could be you or somebody involved. Tell me more. Somebody is a millennial. Somebody was born between 1981 and 1996. A male realtor is significant. They want to get to you before the authorities do. I'm telling you right here. They planned an overdose. That's why I said do not go anywhere that they invite you, because this is what this is right here. They don't want you to show up to court. They know you're going to sue them. They know that you're going to talk. They already see you talking. They know that you're aware. Like, they're scared. Okay, this is what this is. These people are fucking scared. All right, always get ID. Look, and verify. All right, so always get ID and call to verify any of these supposed officials, all right? Again, they want to get to you before the real authorities do. So this could be another one of their tactics to try to get someone to come to your house and pretend to be the police. And the reason that I wrote this down was because something popped up on the news about a girl, one of those murder stories about her. Unfortunately, rest in peace to her and her daughter. Basically, it was a psycho lady that she pretended to be CPS, and they had an appointment. They had a CPS appointment for a couple days after, but she pretended that it was that day, and she would like, just get in the car. We're gonna just drive you to the place for the CPS meeting or whatever. And she didn't verify. The girl just believed it, and she got in the car, and then she ended up missing, and then they found her body, and she passed away, her and her daughter. So confirmation, all right? I was like, you know what? Let me write that down, because, you know, it just got my attention watching that. And I was like, okay, maybe that spirit trying to let me know to, you know, write that shit down. So this is another way that they could be trying to get to you, trying to send somebody to your house. Make sure you get ID and call to verify who these people are and why they're being sent to your house. All right? Tell me more. Because it could be somebody trying to kidnap you. I know it sounds crazy, but these people are crazy. These people are desperate right now because they do not want to go to prison. All right. The karmic stole your mail and they signed your signature. Okay. So fraud and mail theft. All right. So somebody did this. They stole your mail. They signed your signature. This could be another way to try to make sure that you do not show up in court. All right. But there's going to be a way for you. All right. That you're going to get the message, you're gonna get the call, the letter, whatever it is, you're gonna know. All right, but this is something that they could have done in the past. Maybe something that got to do with the court, or something else regarding what they stole. All right, and now look, the Knight of Swords reverse. Okay, so in the reverse, this is them not thinking of the consequences. All right, Spirit is saying they did not think of the consequences when they did all of this shit. There's a paper trail. There's a digital footprint with everything that they're doing, and they just thought that they was just gonna be, they thought it was just gonna be easy peasy, like, you know, they were just gonna get away with this shit, and they would never get caught. This is someone with that energy, is someone who's moving reckless. You know, they're not thinking. They didn't think about what they was doing before they did it. They just thought you was gonna be an easy target, and it was just gonna be the easiest thing in the world. Nope, absolutely not. Let's see what else. MIA. Okay, we just saw right now somebody want to go on the run. Let's see if that comes out. Tell me more. Okay. Plot twist. Okay. Wow. Look at the plot twist, y'all. New information was discovered. Yes. That is definitely a plot twist. They was not expecting this to occur. Okay. Let me clarify. See, was this new information that was discovered? Let's see. pick up all these cards right here. Okay, Spirit. This new information that was discovered, can we get some tea? Give us some information about what's that. What's the plot twist? Dun, 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 the moment of truth. Oh, shit. That's the information they found out that time's up. It's over, bitch. That's it. It's over. Game over. What's at the bottom here? Somebody hired a... Okay, it makes sense. They hired a private investigator, and the new information that they found led them to realize that time is up. Okay, that they don't have any way to get away with this. Give me one more on this plot twist. Oh, this is why they found out that time is up, because they know that you are going to be receiving this money. They know that there's no way out of this, that you are going to get a lump sum of money, the money that they stole from you. And then because you're suing, you're going to get all of that money back. You're going to get the money back that they owe you from all the pain and suffering that you went through. All right. And then the fact that they even stole this, they're going to have to pay you for that, too, for you having to even pursue something that was supposed to be for you. So you're going to get a lot of money back. They are aware. They could have, spoken to a lawyer or some shit, and they realized, again, with legal troubles, that's why we got that they're going to go on the run, but they're not going to be able to fucking run. But that's why, because they realize that time is up, that they cannot get away with this, that the truth, and this is not something that they could get away with. Again, there's too much evidence. All right. This person could be born in the 80s, or you could be born in the 80s. All right, that was more confirmation right here, 1981 to 1996. All right, a millennial. All right, so what else? What does the collective needs to know, Holy Spirit? What else? Look, trying to catch you off guard. Again, make sure that you get ID if it's somebody knocking on your door, and you verify who they are. And if it's trying to get you off guard, again, to unalive you, kidnap you, overdose, whatever, you are 5 steps ahead of the game, which is the point of these readings, to keep you 5 steps ahead of the game. Now you know what they're going to do before they even figure out the whole plan, okay? Like, you're aware that they're going to try some shit, and you already going to know what they're going to do. They're going to try to invite you somewhere or something, and you're not going to go. All right? Spirit is saying this is going to end up on the news, on the blogs, all right, wherever. It's gonna end up, it's gonna be, something that everybody's gonna be tuning into. All right, and it could be because, again, I said these people, they're in a secret society. This could be, like I said, Masons, Eastern Stars, allegedly, because that's what keeps coming out all the time. All right, they're in some type of, again, a community, a group. All right, and they're all under judgment, okay? And this lawsuit is gonna be big. It's gonna be something that is gonna be televised, okay? Like, people are gonna see this. They're gonna be made aware of how these people operate, okay? It's gonna bring a lot of light to the things that they do in the darkness, okay? They're in a cult, a coven, secret society, sorority, fraternity, religion, okay? It could be a wicked ass family, your wicked family. Put this back. Look, uncle's wife, but let me put it back because I didn't shuffle that much. All right, let's see. Tell me more. Yeah, so definitely is a group of people that took an oath. All right. Again, like I said, it could be a Mason, a Freemason. Look, Freemason. That came out of my mouth. Freemason. Eastern Star, whatever. They took an oath. Okay. This is, again, we got a police officer who's here. So definitely, this is what they did. All right. They took an oath. They made a pledge, a promise. All right. Let me pull locations. All right, Holy Spirit. What locations are significant? North Dakota. South Carolina, Nevada. Missouri, and then don't forget earlier too, we picked up on this one. Oklahoma, Oregon, Ohio, Michigan. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, it's a group reading, so I'm giving confirmation to somebody. Montana, Queens, New York, Michigan, and Massachusetts. All right, now I'm going to pull some names. Let's see. This could be your name. If you see your name here, this is giving you confirmation. There's a message here for you. If you see the karmic's name, this is your confirmation they're involved. If you don't see any name here, that's okay. You know, like I said, this is a group reading. I'm giving confirmation to somebody that's watching. You take what resonates with you from this message and you leave what doesn't. All right? All right. Angelique, Lucy, Shanice, China, Ariel, Henny, Kay, Romano, Dale, Turner, Bloxon, Tiny, George, Hutton, Chantel, Wahlberg, Higley, Lamar, Gilbert, Colt, Olivares, Penny, Pitts, Laurie, Kiki, and Shayna. Peyton, Alma, Celeste, Mona, Watkins, Clark, Vincent, Crosby, Dimitri, Brandon, Martha, Margaret, Glenn, Victoria, Elliot, Ruby, and Lambert. Macy, Haiti, Tim, Indira, Rios, Daisy, Sanita, Zora, Jayla, Ali, Malik, Raphael, Delia, Skip, Raz, Clay, Paula, Ashton, Kiara, Deshay, Michelle, Gabe, Mike, Keaton, George, Cole, Reynaldo, and Leonela. Right, let me pull from the other one. Where is the other one? Right here. Okay, let me get some more names, Holy Spirit. Beverly, Dre, Ernest, Deshauna, Alta, Webb, Roxy, Jennifer, Jamal, Sharice. Okay. Kiana, Mark, Ken, Tony, Valerie, Palmer, Nizareth, Evangela, Candy, Brian, Keith, Nizareth, and Evangela. Oh, my goodness. Sounds very holy up in here. Okay. Candy, Brian, Keith, Gabriel, Kemp, Dream, Bill, Matt, Randolph, Joelle, Lamisha, Angelina, Z, Mariah, Marianne, Robinson, Tommy, Sherry, Daisy. We got Daisy twice. I said Daisy earlier. Octavia, Lopez, Daskin, Adam, Ballard, Cordell, Roger, Daryl, Steven, Lauren, Glover, and Samson. All right, y'all. So that's what I got here. That's what came out for today's reading. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation to whoever needed to receive this message. Spiritual Court is now adjourned. Peace.